Welcome back to sunny Queensland Raceway for round number 2 of the Trans-Am 2 Racing Australia series. Well, cracking day out there, and I tell you what, the fields are getting bigger and better as some brand new cars make their way through. That is the marvellous Mopar of the King of the series, Mr. Robbo. Of course, here comes a brand new car. Well, it's not a brand new car, but a brand new driver, Craig Allen, in fact, at the wheel of the ex-Bob Thorne car this weekend. Cameron Sendall, well, he's very good in a straight line, but he's made the transition into circuit racing very well. We're catching up here with Craig Allen, as we said, driving the now ex-Bob Thorne car. And of course, a very experienced Group N competitor he is. On the front row now with Craig Harris and Russell Wright down the inside. Harris, big long legs of the Mustang round the outside and takes the high and wide line out on the front. Well, this is going to be an interesting start because both Harris and the car of Russell Wright, both Mustangs on the front row, and of course these guys have raced against each other for quite some time. Anthony TENKATE now has made the move into this category from the Trans-Ams and is loving the fact that he's got all this horsepower and really enjoying this battle up front. Look how good that Anthony is going. The Incredible Hulk 2, as we call it now, is doing such a great job here, and he really is enjoying this brand new category for him. The TENKATE plant hire car of Anthony TENKATE looking the goods, and the big green Mustang as he makes his way down the inside of Russell Wright in through turn number 4. Well, he's got the job done now, so the 69 Mustang makes its way through and into second place. Is Cameron Sendall having a big look now behind Robinson. Craig Allen's up on his outside as well. And Allen, the former Group N competitor, who's still running his Tirana, in fact, in Group N, but just joining this category for the weekend. And I'll tell you what, the rumour is he's liking it so much we might see a lot more of him throughout the year. Down deep now to turn number 6. You can see the cars moving around a little bit. Tyres are still a little cold. We're only on lap 1 of 8. And these guys are really starting to push the envelope of the tyre adhesion out of the box. Russell Wright now. Look at the flames belching from TENKATE's car. He's having a red-hot crack down there, and I tell you, there is nothing at all between these two cars. In fact, there's nothing at all between all of them. They are a fantastically well-controlled category. That's just the one part of this category where they're a sealed engine, everybody's on the same rev limiter, everything is the same, and it really just comes down to your own personal setup, your driving ability. Great series, this is what's growing so well. Have a look at this now. Russell Wright now defending again from Anthony TENKATE. Out front is Craig Harris. In the 88 garage, a Dale Earnhardt inspired colour scheme of his Mustang, which he carried forward again from the previous car that he ran in of course the Trans-Am series. But look at how close Russell Wright is now. Rustang and his Mustang having a red hot crack behind him. Oh, getting a little squirrely as he tries to get the power down a little early. Tips it in. Now down the long back straight where they've got no advantage on each other in outright speed. They'll be up under each other's wing trying to get a draft. Right up on the inside now. He'll have the preferred braking line down into turn number 3. So can he pull this off? It's down the inside of Craig Harris. He's got it. They brake deep. Muscle in the 50. Mustang nice and deep under brakes into turn number 3 and now into the lead. Well, Craig Harris has got a bit of work to do now. Lets the car move a little wide, grabs a ripple strip, and that's the fast line out of turn 3. Now into turn 4, big dive under brakes. Oh, how deep can he go? He's got right back down the inside of Russell Wright again. Russell's left the door open wide enough. Well, to park a Mustang down the inside. TENKATE sniffing too. Well, Anthony's going to make his presence felt pretty quickly too. Have a look at this as he finds his run inside. Now look, he couldn't get across to shut the door. They race side by side now. Harris goes back down the inside, closes the door for TENKATE. TENKATE didn't come across and grab that, and Russell's on the throttle a little quick. You saw the car get a little taily on the exit of turn 6, and that's 2 laps, believe it or not. This is going to be a cracker for 8. Well, unbelievable pace on these guys. We're half race distance at this stage, and Craig Harris again probing up the inside. Can he get the job done under brakes? They'll go deep down into turn number 3. Look at the power, probably close to 300 kilometres an hour as they make their way down under brakes into turn number 3. And now Anthony TENKATE's down the inside, and unfortunately Russell Wright's left a big gap there. He's going to let the car drift across. Now TENKATE should be in his mirror. We'll see him come up. Oh, he's pushing hard. He's right up in the hard cut. Then you can see the lights come out on the dash. Noted that he's changed his colour scheme to green on the dash too. Well done, Anthony. Now they make their way through turns 4 and 5 again. TENKATE on the winding around the outside, 2 cars wide. And TENKATE's got the preferred line now down on the exit of turn number 5. Well, Russell Wright left the door open. And this is where Russell's very quick. Have a look at this. Craig Allen again. The new boy to the category, in behind Peter Robinson in the Mopar. And he's doing such a good job. It must be a little different for him because he's not used to, having all this horsepower under his right foot. Normally got 6 cylinders, not 8, but doing a very, very good job. And in fact, on the pace with the rest of the guys out front. Well, can't take this away from the man out front. Craig Harris has got his head down now, trying to break away from the car of Anthony TENKATE, but TENKATE's not having a bar of that. Tucked himself up underneath the rear bumper. He comes right under brakes. Look at the flames belcher from the side of the car. Gotta love that. Trans-Am 2 putting on a hell of a show. TENKATE gets a little loose on the exit of the corner. Tries to get the power down. Russell Wright says, "Thank your mother for the invitation," and I'm gone. So now it is Russell Wright back in P2, TENKATE back in P3, and Robbo and the Mopar coming up behind. Well, you've got to love a car that's purple. And Robbo said, well, there's only one colour to paint any Mopar race car, and that is, of course, that purple colour, and synonymous with the Chargers and the Challengers in the day. Well, here they come. Again, Russell Wright now, just on that rear quarter. You can see that little bit of sign writing above the tail light then on the back of Craig Harris's car, and that says Earnhardt, if you wanted to know. If we get any closer, we'd be able to read that. Russell, can you try a little bit harder as we make our way through turn number 1 again? Well, the laps are starting to tick along, and look at the car of Anthony TENKATE. He's got down the inside, or has he? No, Russell Wright, the butter brakes now, down hard on the brakes he goes down into turn number 3. And Craig Harris, well, he had to yield. Russell just jumped out of the draft, and now he'll be looking in the mirrors because there would be a car that, well, it's not easy being green, but it's easy enough for Anthony TENKATE because he will be everywhere in the mirrors of Craig Harris. Harris again, deep under brakes down into turn 4. Russell Wright again. Let's Craig Harris back down on the inside. Look at TENKATE now, up on the inside again. So Russell Wright not got 1, but got 2 down the inside because, unfortunately, as Craig Harris dived down the inside, Russell had to stay wide, and TENKATE capitalised on that perfectly. Through now. Look at Russell Wright. Oh, look how squirrely that car is of Anthony TENKATE's under brake. He is really pushing hard. Onto the front straight now. This will be lap 7 that they're going to put down. We've got 2 laps remaining. And what can Russell Wright do? Down, deep on the inside. Oh, TENKATE. Flames belching again from the green Mustang. And look at how close the field has stayed with each other. Sendell is on a charge this weekend. He is on the pace. Doing a great job. TENKATE now. Big jump onto brakes. God, he is really pushing. He's got a loose. TENKATE around. Well, he pushed a little too hard. Anthony TENKATE. Well, turns it around the 69 Mustang. Look for the replay here. You can just see he got a little loose, but have a look how close he comes to coming back on the track. Cameron Sendell having a big moment trying to avoid him, and now Sendell spins at the back of the pack as well. Well, both drivers make their way back through. No harm, no foul, but they've got a lot of work to do to get back onto the rear of this field. With 2 laps left to go, I think that is Anthony TENKATE's race run. Look at this, Russell Wright now sniffing, probing. Have I got a better set of tyres than you, Craig Harris? Well, they're all exactly the same. Have I looked after them all throughout the race? The last lap board about to come up. These guys are going to come past. Right, we have got 1 lap left to run. Final lap of 8. And Craig Harris has now got, well, a familiar face behind him. But this battle between these two is an absolute cracker. But we've forgotten about these 2 guys behind. They've kept in touch and are ready to pounce at a moment's notice. Robbo doing a great job on the Mopar, and so is the car of Craig Allen behind. We stay with Russell Wright at the moment. This is where the action is. And Harris has gone defensive. That is the widest TA2 Mustang you could ever see. It's like 2 cars wide as he comes out of the corner. Holds that inside line. A little bit of brake bias change, or it looked like a minor change then by Russell Wright. Don't know what he's grabbing for then. We'll have to have a look. But he was changing something up. Have a look at TENKATE now, up on the inside. This is Craig Allen, he got him straight down the inside to TENKATE on the charge forward. Gets the car in a little too deep though. TENKATE overcooks it in the middle of the corner. And Anthony TENKATE, unfortunately, for all that great hard work he's just done, now goes back again to the back of the bus. Cameron Sendall comes through. He's having an uneventful run at the back. Car gets a little loose for him too. So again, Cameron Sendall on the exit of turn number 5 spins the car around. This is the dash to the flag. What can Russell Wright do? Craig Harris has gone defensive, gone to the inside line. He said, Russell, if you're going to go round me, go round the long, long way on the outside. And it will be a run to the flag now. Will Russell Wright come back on the inside? He'll try and get some drive. He'll pull up the inside. Russell trailing a bit of brake, gets up on the inside. Harrison Wright, a drag to the checkered flag, but it will be Craig Harris. He'll take the win. Russell Wright home in second. Third place coming behind, and we'll see them finish as they come through. There it is. It would have been Rotto in the Mopar, and then back to, of course, it will be Craig Allen then behind him. Good finish by those guys. Well, what a crackerjack race. 8 fantastic laps from the boys from TA2. Craig Harris, your winner. Russell Wright in the Mustang behind him. Peter Robinson in the Challenger. Craig Allen in the Camaro. Greg Willis comes home. A strong run for him in the Camaro behind with Anthony TENKATE and Cameron Sendall rounding out the 7.